Hi, Liz here. Do you really want to speak like a native? Because if you do, you must watch this video, because I've put together lots of useful phrases that are up to date, relevant and out there right now. And I've done it in a way so you can just copy me and sound like a real British speaker. So let's look at some informal phrases to make offers. So first one, fancy a cuppa? Meaning, would you like a cup of tea? Fancy a coffee? Would you like a coffee? Or fancy a bite to eat? Would you like a snack? Would you like lunch? Would you like anything? So notice how the word fancy is another way of saying would you like. It's quite useful. So now let's look at some short phrases for agreeing. Exactly. Absolutely. That's so true. You're so right. I totally agree. Or just totally. Tell me about it. That means I feel exactly the way you do. Notice which word is stressed or which syllable is stressed to get the right intonation, to make the voice go up at the right time. So here are some phrases for disagreeing. I'm not so sure about that. Not necessarily. That's rubbish. That's very strong and, well, very informal, so I wouldn't say that to anyone in the office. Oh, by the way, rubbish is the British word for garbage. Right, so here are some phrases to end a conversation. Right, I need to get going. Right, I must be off. Notice how the word right is a good word to start with, and it's always stressed. So here are some more. Speak soon. Take care. Cheers. So here are some general greetings. The first one is, all right. This is very informal, and you'll hear this between friends that know each other really well, and they just happen to meet each other, or they might meet up in the pub. But it's said in a certain way, which is, all right. So the stress is on the right. All right. So the next one is, what's new? And it sounds like what's new, but put it together for what's new. How's it going? How's everything? Notice how the S in house becomes a Z sound when it's linked. How's it going? How's everything? So if someone says, how are you? This is what you can say. I'm good, thanks. Or good, thanks. Fine, thanks. Pretty good, thanks. Notice how the T in pretty becomes a D sound. Pretty good, thanks. So sometimes we say how we're really feeling. And, well, we might say something like, pretty awful actually. Or, how long have you got? But we normally keep it, well, quite short, unless it's a close friend. But it's always good to get things off your chest, as we say in the UK, which means it's always good to get things off your mind. British people, I don't know if you've noticed, but they say thank you a lot. So here's a few ways to say thank you in a different way. So, cheers. You'll hear this a lot. And it's actually used for lots of different things. Not just to say thank you, but also goodbye. Or when you clink your glass in celebration, just before drinking. Cheers. Thanks. Thanks, mate. So that one's really informal. And mate in English means friend. and you normally hear it between men. Women can use it too, but it's up to you. Thanks, mate. That's great, thanks. Or more formal than that is, thank you so much. Oh, that's so kind of you. So this is how you respond to someone who says thank you to you. You're welcome. Very common. You're very welcome. Notice how the very is stressed. Pleasure. Just one word. If you want to make it more formal, you can say, it was a pleasure. More informal phrases are anytime. No worries. It was nothing. Well, I hope this helps. And if you can't remember them all, I suggest you put them on post-it notes and just hang them around the kitchen in strategic places, or maybe around the bathroom or the bedroom, wherever you spend most of your time, really. There are new lessons every week, so if you don't want to miss out, make sure you subscribe. Oh, and for an extra lesson on fluency, go to my newsreader lesson. That's brilliant.